people, it's your girl Adeola. A lot has happened since I went on vacation. First of all, 21 Chibok girls were released. Oh well.
Witnessing showers of blessings. Showers of blessings.
It's real. Don't say it's not real.
Yes. Mr. President, thank you, Duel. Now I know why he was telling me when we met each other when he came to New York that they are working on it. Duel. I'm so excited about this. Hopefully the remaining girls will also be released. I mean, it's been 2.5 years, way too long. The important thing now is making sure that these girls get to complete their education, get their bachelors, their masters, and even their PhD if they want. It's very important for the Nigerian government to ensure that these girls get the education for which they've already paid a huge price. So that's the best way they can insult Boko Haram is if these girls get the education that they wanted. Yes, one of them came back with a baby, but that doesn't mean that she can no longer go back to school. Some people have been suggesting that, oh, she just has to face raising the kid. I'm like, heck no. She has to go back to school. And does anyone know how Amina Ali is doing? That's the Chibok girl that escaped in May. Because I've been reading a lot that she has not been allowed to unite with her family. I mean, I don't know if the government is trying to protect her, but they should be more transparent on this case. Is she going through therapy? I mean, let us know. So while we're celebrating the release of these girls, and I am so excited, it's very important for us to make sure that they have a bright future and make something of themselves. These girls have dreams before they were kidnapped, so we have to make sure that we support them in order for them to realize their dreams. If you ask for my advice, I would say that the government should sponsor these girls to be rehabilitated and to study outside Nigeria. And this is just to limit the stigma. You know, a lot of people have been stigmatizing Chibok girls that returned back to Chibok, and also to help them to get over the fear of Boko Haram coming back for them. So I think that these girls should be rehabilitated. So kudos to the Nigerian government for making sure that these girls are released, and we're trusting you that you will not stop at 21. Do well. Another thing that happened while I was away on vacation was former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, revealing the many ways that Nigerian governors waste money.
Traveling. Every government house or governor can tell you the number of traveling budgets, logistics, they call it all of name, is almost 500 to 600 million.
Hey! Did you hear that? 600 million naira for traveling.
I believe you can do all your travels for a third of that. You're going to save over 1 trillion.
Yes.
When I came to office, I traveled with over 30 people. Everybody have a title to be in the plane. I'm the only person invited to Abuja. I pay for 30 people who have no reason to be in Abuja.
And why did you stop the video?
They follow me to Abuja. I'm the one who is going to go to a meeting. Because they idle in a hotel, they eat more. So I have a lot of bills to pay. Every trip was costing me over 10 million.
10 million naira per trip. The man said a lot of things. He also talked about how governors waste money on bulletproof cars, and they all have houses in Abuja. Imagine.
We had a governor's lodge in Lagos. We had a governor's lodge in Abuja. And I asked them, why will governor of Anambra State have a lodge in Lagos? You know what they wrote me? Every other government have it. I said, that's not what I asked. Why are we having to have a lodge in Abuja?
And all these governors, they built a house for the president in their state so that if the president comes, he can stay there, even though sometimes he may only come for like 1 weekend throughout their tenure. Just imagine how they are wasting money.
We had almost 15 drivers in Abuja. When I'm at the airport, everybody's there because creating confusion. I said, listen, we need 3 drivers in Abuja. The rest will either have to go and look for work or come to Oka. We don't live in Abuja.
Yes, so make sure that you watch the full video. I have the full video on my Facebook page. I have it on my Twitter page. By the way, some of you are not following me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand. You want me to beg you? Okay, follow me, eh? By the way, after the video came out, some Anambra people started talking. Mr. Governor, in case you don't know, some of them are saying that even you, when you were in power, that you were not a saint. I don't know, not me. These are Anambra people talking. Some of them said that you were bribing people during the last election because you wanted your candidates to win. We're talking about the current governor of Anambra State. They said that you were bribing people. I mean, they said a lot of things, Mr. Governor. But my father, why now? What happened? What did you do? Another thing that happened while I was away, Nigeria is now arresting corrupt judges. Can you believe it? As in, now they are picking up judges. So as we know, so many cases of corrupt politicians have been in court for months, some even for years. Many corrupt officials were arrested and released as if they didn't steal anything. I share all this while they were bribing judges. Of course, we already know that. No, but so once again, Oga Buhari, you have done well on this one. You know, last year it was Ghana. 32 judges were busted for collecting bribes and thwarting justice. So now it is Nigeria's turn. By the way, move closer. Is it true that DSS found hundreds of thousands of dollars in the homes of these judges? They said that one of them had $319,000. Kashi! Allegedly, please don't quote me. Allegedly. And then one of them had 15 cars. Why 15? When you are not operating a motor park. And one of his cars is Rolls Royce. Worth $400,000. How much is his salary? Honestly, let me tell you, my people, if your daddy or mommy is spending money that you know they cannot account for, even if it's jokingly, one day ask questions. Is this all coming out of your salary, or is there something else that I need to know? So that you won't be surprised. The DSS may knock on your door. So you understand? Some people are saying that the DSS did not have arrest warrants when they went after the judges. If that is true, then that is not correct.
Not only that, did you guys see the pictures of the damage that the DSS did to some of the houses that they invaded? I mean, why do you have to break the door, even the frame of the door? Honestly, is this an armed robbery or DSS operation? Not only that, I've been reading that DSS forced some of these judges to sign that they made a confession that they did not make. I don't know who is lying and who is saying the truth, but
if that is true,
this is not ethical.
Even if we are fighting the right fight, it must be with the right tactics. Please, when you have time, make sure that you read the article by popular writer Okendebe. He talked about this issue of using the right tactics in the fight against corruption. But keep in mind that the government said that the DSS had arrest warrants. So it's confusing because we saw the video of Governor Wike of Rivers State defending a judge. He prevented the DSS from arresting that judge, claiming that they didn't have an arrest warrant.
The ensuing commotion also saw the governor sustaining an injury after he was shoved by security agents who also threatened him.
You can see the blood. For the first time, a governor was handled by security agents. It has never happened.
Yeah. Can you imagine? The governor said they attacked him. DSS attacked him like cha. In fact, they injured his finger. It's very, very sad. Very sad. So I really pity the governor until, we found out that apparently and reportedly and allegedly, please do not quote me, this judge that he was defending was involved in a $2.5 million bribe that rigged the election in favor of Governor Wike. Allegedly, no, she understand, don't quote me. So a lot of people are saying that if Nigeria will really fight corruption, it has to start with the judiciary. Hello? It has to start with the judiciary, followed by the police, and that is when we can now look at our politicians. Who is it now? Hello, I'm on air. Wait, oh, no. Arraignment of arrested judges has been put off indefinitely? What? Don't worry, I will call you back. What does that even mean? What do you do? Another issue that happened while I was gone, the appeal court has now reversed its judgment on Bukola Saraki's case. Bene, Uncle Bukola. Hey, Uncle Bukola, why now? You think you got away, eh? You know there is God in everything that we are doing. Translate that. I'm sure, of course, you don't know. Every day is for the thief, one day is for the owner. Honestly, just when you think things are starting to change in Nigeria, how bad? Saraki was accused of false declaration of assets. So some people have been arguing that if we're talking about asset declaration, he shouldn't be the only one that will be held accountable. Which is true. What about other Nigerian officials, including past presidents and all governors? That is true. We want to see the asset declaration form of all the governors and all the ministers of Obasanjo, Tinubu, Ngozi Iweala, Goodluck Jonathan, and all the senators. In fact, every public official, including judges. This thing should be online for Nigerians to see. But of course, no Nigerian politician will agree to that. You know why? Because whenever an official is appointed or elected in Nigeria, they fill the asset declaration form and they submit it to the Code of Conduct Bureau, the CCB, but the CCB doesn't really verify the claims. They say that they do. They even said that they have the unit that is supposed to verify, but they also said they cannot verify every claim. So if they appoint me as a minister, for example, I can say that I have 10 houses that I do not have. I can say I have 5 in Lagos, 2 in Abuja, 3 in America, and they don't verify my claims. So after I become a minister, I can steal money and buy 10 houses. And if they arrest me, I will say, I didn't steal any money. Now need you see it on my asset declaration form. I've already declared this on my assets. And I can get away with it. That's what a lot of Nigerian politicians are doing now. They will add things that they know that the CCB will not verify. So some people have been arguing that going after Saraki's asset declaration is witch hunting because he boycotted them to become the Senate president. They said that if you want to go after Saraki, then they should prosecute him for all the money that he stole from Kwara State. But my question is, do you really think that they will prosecute him for what he did in Kwara? I don't think so. I mean, he's gotten away with so much for so long, and now he gets away with the false asset declaration as well. Honestly, as a young Nigerian, I am tired of the fact that the thieves are the ones that we celebrate in Nigeria. Many young people now want to join politics just because they see that as a politician, you can steal all you want and get away with it. But you guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Ethiopia, I honestly don't know where to start. But a lot of things have happened in the last few weeks that just breaks your heart when you think about Ethiopia. For several months now, people have been protesting because the government is driving out the Oromo and the Amharas in order to expand Addis Ababa. They are forcefully taking their lands, they are driving out the farmers. And before this month, more than 500 protesters have already been killed by the police in Ethiopia. Although some people are saying that it's not 500, that it's 700 plus that have been killed. But on October 2nd, which is the New Year celebration according to the Oromo calendar in Ethiopia, a lot of celebrants came out to march for the New Year celebration. As they were marching, others joined them to protest. About 2 million people came out that day in solidarity. So the government said police fired ammunition in the air to scare off the protesters. However, opposition leaders said that the police fired into the crowd, that they didn't fire in the air. Anyway, when people started running for safety, a stampede ensued, killing at least 50 people. That's what was widely reported, but contrary to that report, Anna Gomez, who is a member of the European Parliament and a friend of the people of Ethiopia, said that her sources told her that 678 people were actually killed that day.
President, last Sunday, the Iriesha festival in Ethiopia, it ended in a massacre. According to Oromo sources, 678 people were killed by security forces, shooting the crowd in cold blood and causing a stampede.
A lot of people were trampled on and so many people fell into the ravine. Yeah, that was so sad. Just imagine about 600 people in one day. I mean, depends on whoever you choose to believe. The Ethiopian government said 50 people. Opposition members are saying it's way more than that. That hundreds of people were killed in one day because they were protesting. My condolences to all those whose loved ones were killed during the stampede and during this protest. I know it's a very difficult time now for a lot of Ethiopians. Please accept my condolences. But I was so shocked by what the government did after that. They declared a state of emergency for the next 6 months. I'm like, 6 months? 6 months? They said that this is to deal with the anti-peace protesters that have allied themselves with foreign forces. Really, Ethiopia? Are they telling us that the protesters are being sponsored by foreigners? Which foreign forces? People are protesting because they are fed up. Why does the state of emergency have to last for 6 months is what I don't understand. In case you don't know what that means, it means for the next 6 months, the Ethiopian government can arrest and detain anyone that they want without warrants. That means they can pick up anybody. And already more than 1,000 people have been arrested. It also means for the next 6 months, there is complete limitation of free speech in Ethiopia. And also for the next 6 months, there is no public gathering allowed. So you have to get permission from the government before you can gather. It also means that for the next 6 months, there will be curfew. And that is from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. in the morning. You cannot go anywhere. So the government controls when you have to be back at your house for the next 6 months. And also for the next 6 months, there will be no access to social media. Just imagine how... I mean, people cannot upload pictures or videos of police harassments online for us to see. And of course, for the next 6 months, nobody is allowed to protest. As a matter of fact, it's now illegal to make this gesture. So if I was in Ethiopia and I did this, I would be arrested. Also, no one is allowed to watch any TV station that is critical of the government, including ESAT, that is Ethiopian Satellite Television, and OMN, that is Oromia Media Network, both of them based outside of Ethiopia. So if the police should pass by and you're watching these channels, you will be arrested. The government has labeled these media houses as terrorist organizations. Also, the Prime Minister now has absolute control of the security forces throughout the country. Nothing like state or regional governments. They now answer to the Prime Minister directly. This is the first time, by the way, that a state of emergency has been declared in Ethiopia in the last 25 years. But not only that, human rights groups have said that recently the government is killing political prisoners and they are setting prisons on fire in order to cover up and say that they died in the fire. Not long after the leader of the Oromo ethnic group called for the release of political prisoners and journalists, 23 prisoners died in a fire at Kilinto prison where opposition members were kept. When the bodies of the victims got to the hospital, doctors said they found gun wounds on the bodies. They said, well, these people were shot. They didn't die from the fire. So the government said, well, they shot 2 people that were trying to escape when the fire started. But doctors were saying, no, these people were gone now. It's not just the 2 people. So till now, the government has offered no explanation for the fire or released the names of the victims. Honestly, I think it's time for TPLF to step down. I don't understand why a government would just refuse to leave when it's obvious that people don't want you. If people have been protesting for months, it's clear that they don't want you. 2 million people came out to protest. Isn't that obvious that they don't want TPLF anymore? So last week, the US released a statement condemning the state of emergency. But honestly, I think that the US can do more than releasing a statement, because everybody knows that the US and Ethiopia are allies, okay? There is something that America gets from Ethiopia that's not hidden. Ethiopians have been complaining for years. They've been protesting for years, actually, before the protests that started in November, that the TPLF, that is the party that is in power, has not been democratic. And America overlooks their cries. When Obama went to Ethiopia last year, he said that Ethiopia is democratic. And Ethiopians were like, so what? There is no freedom of press, no freedom of protesting. The same party has been in power since 1991. They are oppressing people. They were like, Obama, what are you talking about? 25 years under the same political party, and this party, ironically, is being run by the minority. Another thing is, a lot of Ethiopians now are no longer afraid. Like, people are even ready to die. I mean, they've killed so many people. A lot of people have been affected by what's happening that now they don't even care, that they are ready to die. I think it's time that America stands for what is right regarding Ethiopia. And I'm not saying that they should invade Ethiopia, but they need to withdraw their support from a government that is oppressing its people and killing its people. How can you be supporting a government that is killing journalists, killing protesters, and then you are releasing a statement? Really, America? Honestly, how many people have to die before America will do the right thing regarding Ethiopia? You know that they killed an American researcher during the protest. Please accept my condolences. So how many Ethiopians have to die? And how many American visitors in Ethiopia have to die before America will do the right thing? Again, you guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So before I leave today, I'd like to read a poem that was written by a viewer of Keeping It Real. His name is Laide Salako. Kudos to you, my brother. Please make sure you check out his works. He has one on Amazon. You guys should check it out. And I just want to read one of the poems that he sent to me. And this one is titled, Dearth of the Elders in the Land. What a supposed tall child stretches his neck to see while standing on his toes. An elder sees it clearly while sitting down. So says a local proverb in this land. How come the reverse has become the case? The elders of the land are too conspicuous with their absence. They are wide awake with their eyes wide shut. Broken bottles everywhere on the ground. Wild animals let loose now on rampage. Snowstorm and rain besiege the town. Eclipse and darkness lay to it a siege. The borders porous. Gates open. Flag hosted to welcome desolation. Corruption calls a meeting hosted the elders at the shrine. They finally get to contribute their quota in this nation building, sacrificing their conscience. Kudos to you, my brother. That's deep. The poem is talking about how so many people that are supposed to be elders in African countries have sold their conscience without even thinking of the future of their children. They're so corrupt that they can't even see, even with their eyes wide open. Make sure that you check out his other poems. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, that's all the time that I have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to adeola.keepingitreal@gmail.com.
Growing up in Kenya, my sister and I were very close. But like any sisters, we fought a lot. She always got new clothes, and I always got hand-me-downs. Now she's putting her children through school in Kenya. We still fight sometimes, especially when I send money for the kids. I tell her, buy some clothes for the younger one, and we both laugh.
With nearly 500,000 locations, our app and online, this is moving money for better.
y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.